Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Maggie and I create content around hair growth, hair care tips, food, lifestyle and everything that I can think of, but mostly about hair care. Today I'm going to be talking to you about hair porosity. Just in case somebody recommends a product to you and the person is like, depending on your hair porosity. And then you begin to wonder, what is hair porosity? You are in the right place. So join me today as I put you through what the hair porosity is all about. It's not just a big deal, but it's a big deal at the same time. Without further ado, let's dive into the matter of the day. Hair porosity is basically the ability. Are you getting me? Hair porosity is the ability for your hair to absorb and retain moisture, and this is determined by your hair cuticle. Now, there are three different types of hair porosity. There is the low porosity, there is the medium porosity, and then there is the high porosity. Make sure you are taking notes. The low porosity has a tightly closed cuticle, which makes it difficult for it to absorb moisture and difficult for it to let go of moisture. The medium porosity has a slightly raised cuticle, which makes it easy for it to absorb moisture and easy for it to let go of moisture moderately. Now, the high porosity has a highly raised cuticle, which makes it very easy for it to absorb moisture and very easy for it to let go of moisture. You get right. You might actually be wondering, how do I know if I am low porosity, medium porosity, or high porosity? Calm down. Let me tell you. Just like there are three types of hair porosity, there are also three different ways to identify your hair porosity. The first one is the float test. The float test is just basically you getting a glass of water. I said a glass because it's more transparent for you to see your hair through the glass. You can also get a bowl, but then it's preferable you make use of a glass. I wish I can actually show you that on the screen. I tried videoing that, but I cannot even see my hair with the camera in the glass of water. So I would allow you to go check that out yourself at home. So now the first thing you're going to do is get a glass of water, get a strand of your hair, just one strand. You don't need more strand, just one strand of your hair. Take it, make sure it's dry and it's clean, then put it in the glass of water. If your hair floats, if your hair floats above the water, that means your hair is low porosity. If it gets to the middle of the cup, that means your hair is medium porosity. And if it sinks down below the cup, like the bottom of the cup, that means your hair is high porosity. Yeah, go and try that out. And if your hair is up, it's low porosity. If your hair is in the middle, it's medium porosity. If your hair sinks, your hair is high porosity. That is how you know. But another method in identifying if your hair is low, medium, or high porosity is the water test. Now, the water test is just basically what you do almost every single time, like what you do when you want to wash your hair. Remember the last time you washed your hair? How long did it take for water to get into your hair, and how long did it take for the water to dry off your hair? That is how you know your hair porosity. Don't forget, if it takes longer for the water to get in and also takes longer for the water to get out, like for your hair to get dry, that is low porosity. If it's very easy for your hair to absorb water and also very easy for your hair to dry up, that is high porosity. And if it happens moderately, that means you are in the middle, medium porosity. Another method to help you identify your hair porosity is the field test. Now, this has to do with you taking just a strand of your hair or few strands of your hair, like your loose hair. I wish I can actually be performing this on the screen, but I can't because it's very difficult. You can't feel what I'm feeling. You know what you're feeling, I know what I'm feeling, so you can't really feel me from the camera. Yeah, you can't. So you should actually do this on yourself. Take few strands of your hair, try to run your fingers through. Try to run your finger through the strand of your hair. Now, if your finger feels a kind of smooth and a little bit resistance to the hair, or the hair feels a little bit resistance to your finger, that means your hair is low porosity. But if your finger moves up the hair and you feel a slight texture in your hand, that means your hair is medium porous. If your finger moves up very quickly in your hair and your hair feels rough and frizzy, very difficult for your finger to slide through, that means your hair is high porosity. You might actually be asking and maybe wondering, what's the big deal? Like, why do I even need to know my hair porosity? It's very important that you know your hair porosity for so many reasons, but I'm just going to be giving you a few of them. One, it helps you choose the right product for your hair. Just like my hair is low porosity, let's assume your hair is high porosity. We cannot use the same product. It takes time for product to get into my hair the same way it takes time for product to get out of my hair. That means I am supposed to be using light products, not something very heavy that will keep moisture trapped in my hair. If not, it's going to lead to a lot of buildup. But for you that is high porosity, which makes it easier for product to get into your hair and easier for product to get out of your hair, you are actually advised to get a product that is a bit heavy so that it can stay in your hair, because it's difficult for your hair to retain moisture. The second reason why it's very important that you know your hair porosity is it helps to improve your hair care. If you know your hair porosity, you know how often your hair needs wash. Like if I am a low porosity person, I know that I have to wash my hair very often to prevent buildup, because products get into my hair very difficult and products leaves my hair very difficult. So this results to buildup, and in order for me to clean my hair from excess buildup, I have to wash my hair regularly. But for you that is high porosity, you don't need to wash your hair that often, because your hair rarely even retains the products that you put into it. It helps you reduce hair damage. Yes, if you are a high porosity and you are using a product that is meant for low porosity, because of your lack of knowledge for your hair porosity, it's going to actually damage your hair. Products for low porosity are very light in their protein combination or whatever they use to make up the product, because of the difficulty of getting in and difficulty of getting out. Now you as a high porosity making use of a lightweight product, which makes it even faster for the product to leave your hair. Now you are unable to retain the moisture because you cannot even select your own product, because the product you are using is not for your hair type, and this will cause a lot of damage, because at the end of the day you think you are adding moisture to your hair, but your hair is not keeping the moisture because you are using the wrong product. It helps you to manage builds up in your hair. As a low porosity person like me, I have it in mind that I have to use lightweight products on my hair, and I have to wash my hair often, and I have to watch the amount of product that I put into my hair, because my hair is low porosity. It's just like when I want to deep condition, I deep condition once in 2 weeks, because I know the state of my hair. It's hard for the product to get in, and equally very difficult for the product to leave my hair. So why do I need to deep condition twice a week? No, I don't need that, because my hair can retain moisture for that long. I deep condition my hair once in 2 weeks. But if I meet someone who has a high porosity, I will actually advise the person to deep condition his or her hair twice a week, because your hair retains moisture very fast and your hair lets go of moisture very fast. It's going to help you to create a suitable hair care routine which is suitable for you. Knowing your hair porosity is the first step that you have to take before you can create a hair care routine for yourself to follow. A hair care routine is something that you have to do from time to time in order to help you to maintain your hair. Before you can come up with this, you have to know your hair porosity. Now that you know what hair porosity is, and you also know how to identify your hair porosity, I think it's time for you to go and check what your hair porosity is. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like. See you in my next video. Bye bye.